Beneath the quiet hills of Gettysburg, beneath the wildflowers, the grass, and the silence, lies one of the bloodiest chapters in American history. And some say, not everyone left the battlefield. During the Battle of Gettysburg in July 1863, over 50,000 soldiers were wounded, killed, or declared missing. Homes, barns, churches, every building within reach became a makeshift hospital, and one such place, a now-forgotten farmhouse just outside the main lines, became the setting for one of Dr. Hans Holzer's most chilling and overlooked investigations. The locals never gave it a name. They just called it the Field House, a red brick structure nestled in a clearing off the old Harrisburg Road. During the war, it had been used as a triage station, a last stop for those who couldn't be moved, a place for shattered limbs, whispered prayers, and quiet deaths. Holzer arrived in 1967 after repeated reports from the new homeowners. Gunshots at night, even though the area was silent. Voices upstairs where no one lived, and the worst of it, a woman sobbing, heard from the barn at dusk. But there was no one there. Holzer, as always, brought a medium. This time it was Ethel Johnson Myers, a soft-spoken woman with an eerie ability to channel not just people, but emotions left behind. As soon as she entered the home, she stopped cold. She turned to Holzer and whispered, "There are men here. They don't know they're dead." They began in the old parlor. Once the main operating room, there were still dark stains on the floorboards. Ethel sat quietly, eyes closed. The air grew thick. Suddenly her voice changed. "My name is Corporal Dean Keller, Union Army. I need morphine. God, please, I need morphine." Holzer recorded every word. Ethel began gasping, clutching her chest. "They took my leg. Please don't let me die. Someone tell my brother I made it." And then silence. She collapsed into the chair, drenched in sweat. In the barn she made contact with another presence, this one faint, fragile. Ethel Johnson Myers whispered, "Anna, a nurse." Ethel described a young woman from the north who had volunteered as a battlefield nurse. She was overwhelmed. She couldn't save them. She blamed herself. And even in death, she was still trying. "She checks the beds every night," Ethel said, "even though there's no one there." Holzer's conclusion was not what you'd expect. He didn't believe this was a haunting in the Hollywood sense. No malevolent spirits, no poltergeists. What he discovered was emotional echo, a trauma so intense, so collective, that it had imprinted itself onto the land. He wrote in his field notes, "These men died in pain, in confusion, in fear. Their final thoughts weren't of vengeance, but of home. Some were waiting for morphine that never came. Others were waiting for letters that never arrived. They don't mean to scare anyone. They're still waiting." To Holzer, the field house was not a haunted location. It was a recording. A spiritual photograph trapped in blood and wood and time. And as long as the story of Gettysburg is told, those cries may never fully fade. So next time you walk the fields of Gettysburg, listen, that rustle in the trees, that cold chill by the barn door, that might not be your imagination. It might be someone still calling for help. The Civil War soldiers still cry for help. This was Dr. Hans Holzer's Gettysburg Hospital case. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe for more of Dr. Hans Holzer's cases.